Representation of the human figure. Why prehistoric artists feared drawing themselves. The human figure is almost entirely absent among the multitude of animals painted on cave walls. At least two notable exceptions can be mentioned. In a remarkable painting in Lascaux Cave, a slender man is shown lying before a massive, disemboweled bull, or perhaps struck down by the rhinoceros departing from the left side of the scene. Both animals are depicted with the masterful precision we expect from cave art. The rhinoceros moves heavily and slowly. The bull, enraged, bristles with raised hair, its entrails hanging in a heavy mass. Yet the man, whose face resembles a bird's, perhaps masked, is drawn in a crude and inexperienced manner. His condition is ambiguous. Is he dead or in a trance? The meanings of the bird, the spear, and the thrown stick are equally unclear. More important than interpreting the scene is asking, why are humans and animals depicted so differently? At this dawn of magic, did humans perceive themselves as so fundamentally distinct from wild animals that they could not create an appropriate likeness of their own image? Or did they fear that by magically rendering themselves visible, as they did the animals, they might also enchant themselves? In the cave of the Trois Frères, in the Pyrenees, a humanoid figure appears wearing a mask and reindeer antlers, likely the image of a shaman. Is this a fantastical depiction of a great sorcerer or medicine man? If so, one can imagine the terror this composite creature, with bear claws, wolf tail, human beard, lion body, inspired in viewers. The corridor in which it appears is filled with images of wild animals. Abbé Breuil suggested that this figure might represent the god of the animals, embodied in the form of a shaman whose body was infused with animal power. Others have suggested it depicts a hunter disguised to stalk reindeer. Yet it seems that Paleolithic humans did not simply classify humanity among animals. At the very least, the human form had to be transformed, perhaps to avoid magical entanglement, into an unrecognizable being. The use of color reveals remarkable sophistication. The elegance of an animal's antlers may be reduced to a simple ascending line, yet this line powerfully and beautifully conveys natural form. Abbé Breuil, while copying these original works, identified complex pictorial techniques typically associated with later artistic periods, such as darkening the front left leg to distinguish it from the right leg and suggest spatial depth. The depictions of cattle and sheep in Lascaux and other caves demonstrate a convention known as twisted perspective. The head is shown in profile, while the horns are seen from a different angle. The artist did not adhere to a fixed optical perspective. Rather, the method reflects the conceptual knowledge that cattle and sheep have two horns. In strict visual profile, only one horn would appear, but such a depiction would be incomplete, and therefore, in the cave artist's view, devoid of magical power. We will encounter this principle again in the art of the ancient Near East and Egypt.